Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review of the new fragrance from Casamorati, Quattro Pizzi. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into this review. This fragrance was just released officially released a couple days ago, maybe a week ago. And this has a very cool backstory, inspiration. It's inspired by an iconic palace in Palermo, based off of one of the most famous families from that area. You can get a little bit of a story just looking at the bottle. You can see here in the front there is a woman and a man behind her, and the woman is wearing a pearl necklace, and this is kind of inspired by pearls. You can tell from the bottle like an iridescent kind of pearl finish. You might not be able to tell on camera because it is so cloudy today. It kind of has like a little bit of a sparkling kind of mother of pearl finish. The pearl necklace that the woman is wearing has 365 pearls on it to symbolize each day of the year, and it was a gift from her husband in attempts to have her forgive his endless affairs whenever he travels. It's inspired by summer at the palace, Quattro Pizzi, wealth and power. It's also very reminiscent of love affairs. So it definitely has a more sensual, kind of sexy side to this scent. Something a little kind of forbidden feeling about it. And you're going to get that coming from that tuberose note. There is going to be a very nice tuberose floral in this. It's going to be the main note in here. The main note, not necessarily what you're going to get the most, I would say. I think that based off of when you hear the note breakdown, you're gonna think that it's going to be a very strong, tuberose dominant scent, but there is a lot more going on to this. It's actually very dimensional, and if you're scared of tuberose, don't be scared of Quattro Pizzi. It's just something that they say is the main accord because it's a flower that is very sensual. It's a flower that really comes to life in the nighttime, and back in the Victorian times was actually a symbol of dangerous pleasure. Very beautiful note breakdown in Quattro Pizzi. We have rum, pink pepper, divana, coriander with tuberose, a coconut note, which is why I thought it would be appropriate to be out here on the beach, with hay, a blonde tobacco leaf, and tonka bean. This fragrance has really grown on me, you guys. To be quite honest with you, I was not entirely sure how I felt about it in the beginning. And I will say, like I've mentioned in my past videos, that the sample that I got of this smells very different than the actual bottle. When in the sample that I got, it was more tuberose and a little bit of coconut. In this, there's way more going on in the scent. You get more of that booziness and the tobacco. But in the opening, it's very creamy, but not in a milky, lactonic type of way. It really just embodies the essence of the coconut, a very creamy coconut. It's not going to be as tuberose dominant as you would expect, but it is definitely there, especially in the opening. And it's interesting because you get this combination as well of this kind of dry hay with this green tobacco leaf, a little bit dry as well. As it goes down into the mid, you're going to get more of these green facets, more of this booziness. That kind of creaminess is always there, and that tuberose is always there, but it's more prominent, I think, in the opening. And as it goes down into the mid, you're going to get more of a green side to this. You're going to get more of this booziness in the tobacco. And it's not a crazy sweet scent. You might think that this is going to lean feminine because of that coconut and the tuberose, but this is truly unisex. It's not overly sweet. There is just a touch of a sweetness coming from the tonka bean and just a little bit from the coconut, but it's not a super sweet kind of fruity coconut. It's not, there's a tropical side to it, definitely, but it's not like a flirty kind of summer, fun in the sun type of scent. That's not how I would describe Quattro Pizzi. This is more of a very elegant scent, and it's very interesting. Definitely a conversation starter because there is a side of it that will make you think something maybe borderline tropical because of the coconut, but it mixes so well, with this other side of the scent that kind of feels like a gentleman's club. You get that booziness, that rum, that divana, and that tobacco. It's really just a really cool combination, and because it's so different, it's really hard to compare it to anything else. And the way that the tuberose is utilized in this as well, I think that generally when you think of tuberose, you think of like this kind of like garden scent, like super, like you're walking through a garden is what you get with most tuberose heavy scents, but it's not like that here. It's a very clean and very crisp kind of tuberose. It's kind of hard to describe honestly, but it's not typical. It's really interesting just because everything else is going on in this scent takes away from that herbal side from the tuberose. Like everything works perfectly in this. Like the tuberose is there, but it's camouflaged. It's more in the background and just mixes beautifully with this tobacco leaf. I'm telling you, like each time that I've worn this, I found something else about it that I really like. It's really grown on me, really just stole my attention. I was not expecting to really fall for this as much as I have. Especially when I smelled it for the first time in Milan. I did not think that this is going to be one of my favorite new releases from Xerjoff Casamorati. It's really just so unique. I really am drawn to this, but it is going to be a little bit polarizing, I think. This is definitely a scent that you're going to want to sample first. I think that this is not something that's just safe to pull the trigger on, especially if you're a man. I would definitely recommend sampling this, which is available on the Xerjoff website. I'm sure eventually it's going to be on Twisted Lily, which is a great place to sample fragrances. The performance is very good as well. I've gotten consistently about 7 to 8 hours with a nice kind of medium projection. Really stunning scent, kind of cozy, sexy, definitely something a little forbidden feeling about it with that tobacco and the booze. A much needed release from Casamorati. It's been quite some time since they put anything out and they really hit it out of the park with Quattro Pizzi in my opinion. A great release to check out if you love coconut and tobacco and booze and you want something that hasn't been done before. Something that is going to get you compliments, is going to start some conversations. Very unique. Definitely a fragrance that you need to get your nose on. So guys, that was just my quick first impression review of the new fragrance from Casamorati, Quattro Pizzi. I love everything about it. I think it's a very cool scent, very thought-provoking. I love the bottle as well. I really love this design and this very cool tassel. Feels very luxurious and kind of a fun backstory as well. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below if you've tried Quattro Pizzi. Are you interested? And what is your favorite fragrance from Casamorati? I would love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.